This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Michael Lombardi put out a story about the Jags being close to trading Ngakoue. And the story has been bogus so far about trading Ngakoue, right? And so just so you know, here it is. Lombardi. Okay, so this one is real. Hearing the team deeply involved is the New York Jets. That's not fake news. Does it happen? Not sure, but they're trying. Okay? Because he threw out a rumor initially about the Jags being close to making a deal, right? He put, according to NFL sources, Jacksonville is extremely close to trading Yannick Ngakoue today or tomorrow, have a firm offer in place, hearing a two. Looks like this holdout will be over soon, and Jacksonville will get more picks for their tanking, okay? And then he followed up with, okay, so this one is real. Hearing the team deeply involved is the New York Jets. That's not fake news. Does it happen? Not sure, but they're trying. So Manish Mehta, okay, when Manish Mehta, we've had him on the show many times. I've known Manish for a long, long time. He's a really, really good dude. So he tweeted out and he followed up and said, hey, I haven't heard anything of the Jets being involved. He goes, my understanding is the Jets are not involved in discussions dealing with Jaguars, Yannick Ngakoue as of now. So Manish is all over the Jets more than most people, okay? He's one of the best insiders when it comes to the Jets. He's usually on top of a lot of the stories that happen with the Jets. So I'm going to trust Manish over Lombardi any day of the week and twice on Sundays. Isn't Lombardi like a QAM NFL insider or something? Anyway, so the funny part is that Ngakoue's agent got involved in the whole thing yesterday. And I know Ngakoue's agent for over 20 years now. He goes, always a good day when a reporter leaks a trade that's not happening as of now and then gets duped by a fake Twitter account of a national reporter backing up his fake trade. I love this site. So you got the agent making fun of the entire story because you would figure the agent would have an idea of where he's getting traded. You know why? Wherever he's getting traded, that team will call the agent right away and say, what are you looking for in contract? Because Ngakoue wants a big deal. That's part of this whole thing, right? So I start getting bombarded, DMs, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook posts, emails at Orlando at Big O Show, BigORadioshow.com. Hey, you're hearing about Ngakoue. Is Miami involved? Should they get involved? And then I think there was somebody that put out that, Ngakoue and Miami have been linked or something like that. I forgot who it was. And I'm reading all of this. And I'm going to do what I did last year, okay? What happened last year when everybody said they were tanking? Right? I think we were maybe the only radio show in the country, radio show, podcast, whatever you want to call us, okay? I'm sure of it pretty much. I don't remember writers saying it. I don't remember anybody in the electronic media saying it. I was the only one that kept saying, they're not trying to tank. They're building through youth, and they're trying to win through youth. And sure enough, they started winning with the youth. They didn't cut the youth and then go sign a whole bunch of old guys and snuck in a couple of wins. No. They won with all the young guys that they said they wanted to play with. And even the young quarterback that they tried to give a chance to could not get it done. So what did I say last year? I said, look, most people don't understand what the Dolphins are doing. They don't really understand what they're trying to do. And the Ngakoue thing, and again, look, I don't blame most Dolphin fans out there for thinking that they should go after Ngakoue. I've talked about this before. Bill knows. You've been programmed with stupidity. So for 20 years, you're programmed for the Dolphins to do stupid things. Give up picks and a salary for a player when you're not that player away from a Super Bowl. So I tweeted out right away. I said, for those of you out there that are entertaining this, you got to stop with the stupidity already. It's over. It's never going to happen. Okay? If they were an Ngakoue away from the Super Bowl, then yeah. And are they? Of course not. There are several players away from being, first of all, they got to get to the playoffs. Forget the Super Bowl. Okay? But again, they're in the business of collecting picks. They're in the business of drafting young players. They're in the business of developing their own young players and paying their own young players. They are no longer in the business of trading for players, giving up picks, and giving up salaries and all that stuff. It's not going to happen. Okay? You need to understand the way that they're building a football team the right way. The problem with Miami and why they never won the last quarter century, it's because they built football teams the wrong way. And the wrong way is going out and trading for Ngakoue and then paying him an enormous salary. And I'm not even sure he fits exactly what they do here, actually. I know he's a pass rusher. How is he in coverage? How is he against the run? But anyway, my point still is they're not going to do that at all. So you guys have to stop. You have to reprogram yourselves out there, some of you. Of course, it's not all of you, some of you out there. And you have to stop with every time something happens or somebody becomes available, the idea that the Dolphins have to acquire anybody and everybody available is just ridiculous. So for those of you out there talking Ngakoue or going it over with your friends and all that stuff, it's never going to happen with the Miami Dolphins. And those kind of trades will no longer happen here at all. A couple of years from now, when Tua's been playing for a couple of years, the offensive line's in sync, the defense is playing well. If they need a corner, a safety, a defensive end, a tackle, a guard, whatever to complete their team, and somebody becomes available that offseason, and that's the player they need, then I can see them trading for him. Yeah. I can see them overpaying a little. You know what I mean? All those kind of things. I can see a little desperation in those kind of moves because you're desperate to get over the hump. You only need one or two pieces. Let's go out and get them. You don't want to get them young at that point because you're already there. Miami's nowhere. They're nowhere near competing right now. They're in developmental stages. Why would they go acquiring Ngakoue now? Where does that make any sense? Okay? So those of you out there that were thinking about it, don't. Those of you out there that were never thinking about it, good for you. And those of you out there that may end up running into fellow Dolphins that mention him, now you've got your ammunition to tell them this is why this is a really stupid idea. And then you can actually educate them like we did last year with all the people that kept saying tanking, 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 and they weren't tanking. By the way, has everybody that said tanking, have they all come out to apologize and say, I was dead wrong about tanking? I'm just wondering.
There's been a few, but few and far between.
That's my point.
That's
my point.
1%.
That's my point. Okay? So we're all out there claiming this, claiming that, and dude, they couldn't have been more wrong.